G'day. Welcome to the show. New camera angle. How's everyone out there in YouTube land today? That is so high up, I'm looking at that camera right now. How's everyone's week been? Welcome back. Let's switch to the main camera. How is everyone today? Let me know in the comments. Drop it today. Let me know how you're going. Let me know where you're watching from today. Just to get a little started, I'm going to jump straight into the shout out. So I'm going to the top of the chat, the very top, pre-show. People who are here before the stream started, which is always a good thing to see. FS Squad was here early, as also was Darren's general info. That's not the one I clicked on. Few bugs there, Darren's general info and Insane McLean, of course, all coming in before the stream as we went live, joined by Peter Dell. Welcome to the stream. And Paul Peck, Drywall Tube, is in the house. Good to have a moderator here, of course. It's always good to have someone who has your back. All right. And that's it so far. If you're watching and you haven't commented, I can't shout you out unless you make a comment. So drop a comment and I will welcome you to the stream, give you a shout out, say hey. And it's Saturday. It's Saturday again. Skipped a week last week, but we're back. Don't like skipping too many weeks. Don't mind skipping. I don't mind. I don't like skipping too many weeks. Of course, sometimes you have to skip a week. Things come up. Life happens. But here we are. We're back. And it's Creator Breakfast. We're back. Creator Breakfast for the first time in the month of March. It's March already. It's going quick this year. 2021. Oh my goodness. It is gone super quick. We're 2 months in. We're now into the third month, March. It's an odd year like 2020 as well, because it's not like everything before. Everything went crazy last year, but it's still happening. Oh yeah, and I've got chat on the screen still. Yeah, from last week, from the week before, whenever it was. I forgot I had that there. That's going to pop up just in this section here. Hang on, in here, as people chat. Streamlabs just decided to kick in there a couple of minutes into the stream. Chats are here, and make sure check out. Always check out the description. I don't usually put too much different in the description each week, but all the important links are usually there on the streams. And as always on every single show, we do Q&A. So if you have questions, drop them in the chat, because I have answers. They might not be the right answers, but I have answers. I will try. I'll just, if I don't know the answer, I will make up an answer, or will I just say I don't know the answer? I'll just say I don't know the answer. But, if you say, hey, just make up an answer, then I'll give you a made-up answer. And there's Poggers in the chat. Shelby's Corner, long time no see. Another moderator in the house, Poggers. I saw people dropping Poggers in a live stream I was moderating probably a few months ago now. I'm like, what the heck is Poggers? So I looked it up. It basically stands for the POG is player of game. So it's like saying GG after playing a game. It's POG, player of game. So if it's Poggers, it means hey, you're the best. You're the player of the game. It's a gaming reference, apparently. So there you go. Educated with the Twitch words. There we go. And I do see a question in the chat. We're going to jump right to that in a second. And Q&A. And I got two different screens here. So this first screen, there's a ticker. On the second screen, there's a ticker as well. Let's jump over to that one. Oh, it's on the other camera still. It's on the other camera, yeah. So both screens have different tickers with different information. So sometimes it pays to pay attention to tickers as well, because sometimes they have secret information in them. This is a bit of a different shot, showing a little bit more of my set. I decorated a bit more. I put my StreamYard pillow in the back just to fill it out a bit. So even though I'm not streaming with StreamYard on this particular stream, StreamYard were kind enough to send me the pillow and the mug as well. And of course, TubeBuddy sent me the mug, which is right there. And I'm wearing my TubeBuddy shirt today. If you haven't checked out TubeBuddy, make sure you do. Link in the description. Thought I'd just drop that in there. More people coming in, so let's get to those first, and I'll jump back up. I know there's a question back in the chat, so I'm going to jump back to that. What I'm going to do is I'm going to jump back to that shot there. When I go back to that one next, I better change camera, I think. Chatty Kathy is in the house. Welcome to the stream. And Joe Bo is here as well. And look at that J-O Joe. There we go, so it works. Okay, Peter had a question. I haven't read it yet, but I know there's a question. What's it say? Question, Doug, is it wise to block low-paying ad networks on Adsense? There is 5,009 and I have blocked 2,700. There is a program that tells you low CPC networks to block. That's a good question. I've got a video coming out on Monday, which is actually related to that. It's not actually that answer, but it's related to blocking ads on your channel. Basically, I'll show you how to block ads on your channel, but I don't go into wanting to block them for the reason of low CPMs and CPCs. I haven't looked into that, so I don't know whether that's worthwhile. The way I see it is, if you block more, the more ads you block, probably you're going to get a few less ads playing on your channel in the first place. So if you block all the low playing ones, does that mean are you going to if the assumption is that you're going to get more high paying ads? I'm not sure if that rings true or not. I haven't looked into that, but I have heard that it did come up. I did see some information on that and people talking about that when I was researching for my video that's about to come out. And that's not what I was covering, so I didn't sort of go into it. But in my mind, there's a finite amount of ads to play. When say I have an ad, say I'm buying an ad to advertise my supply of pens. I'm selling pens online on my website. I want to do a YouTube ad to sell pens. So I'm paying Google Ads to run an ad that sells my pens. Now I can only buy a finite amount of ads. My money will only buy a certain amount of ads. So there's this finite amount of ad stock, you could say. Looks like an inventory, or ad inventory is also called. That's able to be put on videos. Not every video will get an ad because the viewer might have seen an ad previously. The ad might be relevant to the viewer, but it might be one that if you've blocked that, then that viewer won't get an ad and then you won't get paid. So if you get too heavy in the blocking of networks and stuff, then you might actually see a drop in income because you're being too picky. Whereas the ads are going to be allocated based more on the viewer than on your channel, even though the subject of your channel and the niche will have a factor in it. But by and large, the ads are targeted at the viewer, not at the content or the creator. So overwhelmingly, the ads are actually going to be allocated based on who's watching the video and who they're showing the ad to. Like here in Australia, when I get ads on YouTube, I get a lot of Australian-based ads. I get Squarespace, I get Fiverr, I get those ones. But I'll get ads for ads that I see on television here as well. I get ads for local Mazda cars. I get ads for local banks. I get ads for when it's election time. I get political ads that are localized for me. So as a viewer, the ads are tailored more towards me than towards the content. Although you can get, if I'm watching a lot of content on business, I might get some more business related ads because of the content I'm watching, but they're still tailored towards me because I'm showing interest in those things. So I would be careful in overdoing the blocking of ads in regards to that. Not to spoil anything that I talk about in my video, which is a completely different side of blocking ads, but I do go into showing you how to block ads in that video that's coming out on Monday, and usually, and it's for another completely different reason, which is ads that don't represent your brand. So it sort of crosses over a little bit, but any ad that doesn't represent your brand or is a competitor to your brand or maybe a sponsor, then you might want to block particular ads, or it's the type of ads that you just don't want shown on your channel. Like maybe you have an opposition to gambling or an opposition to political ads or something like that. You just don't want any of them playing on your channel at all from a ethical standpoint. Then you can block them. So that video coming out Monday, it shows you how to do that. So yeah, that's a long-winded answer. But it's a good question. I'm probably going to read up more on that at a later time, but it is something that I have been skirting the side of recently. Let me see. It skipped my comment. I'm not sure what comment I skipped. Did I miss a question? I'm not going to highlight every... Sometimes I skip like the hellos to other people. I don't like highlight every single chat member. Obviously on the screen here as well, all the comments are just sort of coming up, and you guys are way ahead of me now because I'm back on that first question. And maybe it was this one you're talking about. Love your videos. Thank you very much. I just scrolled back a little bit and saw that one. That's the one we're talking about. Let's scroll. That's the question we just answered. Okay, this is where I'm up to. People coming in. Looks great. Everybody's here. I want the Pac-Man lamp. Yeah, the ghost from Pac-Man. Absolutely. Actually, you get a better view over here. There we go. There he is. There. Got to stretch her out. There he is. The Pac-Man lamp. Woo-hoo. Yeah, I picked that up at Kmart a year or two back. Specifically just to put on the set. It was random. Hey, something that lights up on the set always looks good. You know, so I've got the Pac-Man lamp. I think today we've got... Okay, go back to that view. Seeing we're talking about it. Behind my head, you can see there sideways, we've got a bit of a lava lamp going on. It doesn't... It's doing a little bit of lavering. And the new addition to my set this week is the this light. It sort of looked purpley on the video, but it's actually a blue at the moment. I've actually got that keyed in. I'm doing some testing. Some of the higher level super chats, that should change color in theory. I haven't tested it yet. I was programming that earlier today just to know that I could. So if that ever changed color, now that's a high, because I could only do 3 and there's like about 6 or 7 different color levels of super chats. I did the top 3 for some reason. Maybe I should have done the bottom 3, but no concern on that. It's Cherblet, welcome to the stream. So close to 100 subs, so what should I do? Keep doing what you're doing. If you're getting close, it means you're doing the right things. Those subscribers are ticking over, you're starting to get more views, so make sure you keep publishing your videos consistently, and you'll get there. It'll get there, and then you'll qualify for that custom URL. And once you do hit 100 and you don't get that link to get the custom URL straight away, don't panic. It can take a couple of weeks. Please answer me, Doug. Are there any channel reviews today? Interesting question. Interesting question. We shall see. We shall see. There might be. There might be. Because it is technically the first stream of the month. Let's see, where are we? It works well. The ads are paying better since you blocked the low CPC ad networks and has increased by 6. Ah, interesting. Very good. Very good. Yeah. Ad rates and stuff is so complicated, so it's hard to say which way it would go. But that's good. Gemma's Journey Grace, hello, welcome to the stream. Block TikTok ads. Now, if there are ads that TikTok actually put on YouTube, like the ads linked to TikTok.com or whatever the link to TikTok is, my video on Monday will show you step by step how to do that. That will give you all the answers. So yeah, anything that you don't want to show, as long as you can identify the URL that it's directing people to, which you can, because I mention it in the video, you will be able to do that, definitely. And I've caught up with the chat. It's good to see you, Doug. It's good to have you here. I didn't send out, you know what? I didn't send out a tweet today, so do me a favor. Make sure you share this out. We're here for the next, let's see, how long are we here for? The next 40 minutes or so, because coming up later, of course, is Lemon Live. We're at 9 a.m. Eastern today. Sometimes it might go a little bit early, a little bit late, but around there, 9 a.m. Eastern. Nick Lemon over on the Nick Lemon channel. And hopefully he's scheduled. Hadn't scheduled when I was late in the game. Okay, I'm going to change that to the main camera there. There we go. That's a camera we want. Murmur98 plays up. What's going on? Welcome to the stream. Good to have you here. Keep dropping your questions. What we're going to do, we're going to go to the shout out section of the show where we shout out the most recent subscribers as public-facing subscribers on the channel. We do this every stream just to acknowledge those who have newly subscribed. We're going to hit that right now, I believe. Actually, it'd be easier if I click it here. There we go. That way. I'm pointing the wrong way. It's always backwards for me. Okay, we're on that camera. That's cool. Okay, what you see here are the most recent subscribers on my channel. Obviously, public subscribers, because I've got to look at this camera. Public subscribers are the only ones that show in Streamlabs, I should say, for the alerts. If you have your subscription hidden, then it's not going to show up. So let's shout them out right now. David Kilduff, welcome to the channel. Thank you for subscribing. Sunny Dis has recently subscribed as well. Gerard Marion Stefanescu has also subscribed. We're getting into some other foreign languages here. Secretario do Povo. That's probably Spanish or Italian. I don't know. I could be wrong. It could be Portuguese. Gareth Rutherford. Dakumi Tsukiyomi. That sounds Japanese, maybe. King Bummy Gaming, or King Boomy Gaming YT. And Kane Southern. The most recent 8 public-facing subscribers on my channel this week. Thank you to my newest subscribers. Thank you for subscribing this week. And if you happen to be in the chat and watching this live, make yourself known so I can say hello to you. That's always awesome. And as you can see every week, whilst we're reading the subscribers, some of the tools for content creators that I recommend: TubeBuddy, Placeit, Morning Fame, Ecamm Live, and StreamYard. I'm an equal opportunity. We have multiples of the same types of services, and Epidemic Sound, of course. So yes, streaming with Ecamm Live today. Let's go back to the camera. Streaming with Ecamm Live today. And sometimes when I do interviews and do other shows, I like to stream with StreamYard. So StreamYard, Ecamm, I recommend them both. Okay, back to the chat. And Eileen Smith is in the house. Welcome, Eileen. Well, that's not the one I clicked on. Ecamm, what are you doing? Hello, beautiful people. That's the one I was after first. Jackers Crackers, tell me you broke your bone story. I broke your bone story. Do you know for a fact that I've ever broken a bone? Do you know? I actually did. I actually broke my collarbone when I was in grade 4, playing one-on-one touch footy. I went in for a try. Someone jumped on top of me, and my collarbone cracked. That's how it happened. That's the story. That's it. It's short and sweet. It was in the school holidays, so basically was grounded. Not grounded like from parent, but like couldn't do anything for the rest of the school holidays and for the first week or two of school because my arm was in a sling. There we go. Peter loves the blue. I like the blue. Blue's my favourite colour. That's why I went with blue. That's why I choose blue. Oh, look, it's the same comment again. I'm not going to tell it a second time. Yeah. I think I've had that happen before. I think it happened in my last stream 2 weeks ago. So, yeah. And you know what? I don't mind because I'm constantly running the beta. I run the beta, so I test things out, and I know things could go wrong. So I'm happy with that. but it works well. Ecamm is wonderful. Ecamm is a little bit more flexible, I found, and some of the new features. Let me tease something Ecamm wise. I've been testing. It's not directly Ecamm related, but it's for Ecamm users. So if you're an Ecamm Live user, I've been testing for another creator because I have Ecamm, of course, so I can test it. Overlay packs, just to make sure they're all working properly and appear working in Ecamm. So if you're looking for themes, for overlays, frames, backgrounds, welcome and end stream and technical difficulties, all that sort of stuff that you'd use on a stream. I've been testing those, so that when that goes live, I'll probably be promoting that a little bit for Ecamm users, of course. They'll also be usable in OBS, vMix and Wirecast, all those as well. Just as my friend D. Nimmin has streamertemplates.com for StreamYard overlays. This will be another one that you can get streamer templates from. So that's coming up. I'm not sure when it's releasing, but I'm doing the testing at the moment. So look out for those. Really good designs. Will be available on launch and probably get new ones added over time. Okay, where was I? Oh no, the live is not over. I'm still live. I can see I'm still live on my iPad. I've got it playing there. And little alerts popping up and making noises. Peter has a question. Peter's always good with questions, I must say. Doug, with the channel trailer, should it be the latest upload or your most popular viewed? Okay. There's two areas that appear. This is worth a tutorial and a show and tell. So I'm going to jump over to. Let's jump over to my channel. We'll jump over to my channel. Actually, it doesn't show that because I am live. But I'll go in my back end instead. I'll pull it up as soon as I'm there. But this will be a bit of example, because you can do everything in customization in the dashboard now. So I'm just going to go into dashboard customization, and once it's in there, I'll pull it up for you. Okay. Screen sharing, where are you? There we go. Up to screen share. With a little bit of music. Yeah, let's maximize that. Okay, there's there's two things that you can have happen, and you can see here at the top you've got the video spotlight. One is the channel trailer. That is for people who haven't subscribed. So anybody who comes along to your channel and has not subscribed, that is what they see. So it's new people who haven't subscribed yet, people who probably haven't watched a lot of your content, because if they've gone through your content library, probably at some point they're subscribed. So some people, you can do a channel trailer that says, hey, this is my channel, blah, blah, blah. If you do, keep it short, maybe a minute to 2 minutes max, maybe a minute and a half is probably the sweet spot. But if you're a relatively new channel or a channel, like, I don't know when it's a good time to use a specific channel trailer. I've never used one. I've used various things, but now I subscribe to this. I put my best performing video in that section. I do that because if these are new people who haven't subscribed, they're more likely to be new and haven't seen it yet. So I want them to see my best performing video because I know that it performs. I know that it gets results. So that's the one I want people to use, and people can, it's more likely to drive subscribers, maybe drive people to more of my content. So this is the video that I put in there. Another option is to look at your analytics and find something that might be driving a lot of subscribers because you want to convert into a subscriber. So if you've got a video that just converts way more subscribers than anything else, you might want to put that there instead. But for me, I put my best performing video. The second box there, featured video for returning subscribers, right here. That is what people see if they're already subscribed. When they come back to your channel, they're already subscribed. So that means they've probably watched most of your content. So it's silly to put that video, this is the most watched video, because if it's the most watched video, they've probably seen it. So instead, what I've started doing probably in the last month, and this is new for me, so I'm doing this as my new strategy, is I put my most recent video in here. Because if they come to my channel and they're subscribed, maybe they haven't seen the newest video yet because it's come out in the last week, because I usually try and put one out every week, which now I think I'm trying to get it out on a Monday. So that comes out, and then if I remember, I will if I remember, because I've only just started doing this, I put, and what I've got here is my latest video, which is screen streaming streamlined. It's a just update for the Streamlabs iOS app. So that's what I put in there. So I use them in that manner. That's how I use them. Let's get back to this one. Here we go. Back to the chat. Where are we up to? That was a question there. Here's another question. Chatter Kathy is here. Is it difficult to mod and listen to content while you're modding? You do miss out on some stuff, in the sense that you are hearing the stream coming in, and this is what's going to happen to me after this stream when I'm on Nick Nimmon's stream. My focus is on moderation. I'm listening. I'll get a lot of it. I'll be able to take in a lot of it, but I will miss stuff. I might miss some nuance. I might miss something that happens, and then I'm like, look up for a second and go, okay, and then get reminded. So sometimes when I'm modding, I'm involved in the chat. If I start replying to people in the chat or answering questions in the chat, that's when my focus is more so on the chat, and you start to tune out what's being said in the stream a little bit more. So it can make it a little bit more difficult. Some people are better at multitasking than others. So yeah, you do miss out on a little bit of that. But of course, most live streams, there's a replay if you want to go back and watch it after the fact. My little tip for doing that is if I don't want to be sidetracked by the comments and the moderation from when it was live, because being a moderator for so many chats, I'll want to go over and even though it's a replay, I want to moderate the chat. So I actually hide it so I don't get distracted by the chat if I'm watching a replay. Moment98 Play says, do you have some live streaming apps for iOS that I could use? Let me tell you. Let me show you what ones I have on my phone. Let's do that. All right, we should be good to go here. There we go. Yeah. I love the little sound effects. Okay, this is what I currently got on my phone. So let me go into this menu here. These aren't all streaming apps, of course. Switcher Go is like a multicam switcher, so you can use a lot of iPhones and iPads as cameras. I don't really use that too much, but I have it on there. Prism Live Studio, very good. I really like Prism. I was playing with that on Android was it early today or last night maybe? So there's that one. AirMix Remote. Now this was called something else before, and I haven't played with it in such a long time, but it's on there. I need to get back to it. I can't remember exactly what features it has. It's been I think it was like sometime last year I was looking at it. Of course, Streamlabs there in the green. That's the one I do a lot of videos on. So if you have any questions on that, there's probably a video that goes into one of the features for iOS for that. It has some limitations. Some of those are because of Streamlabs, and some of those are because of iOS. This one says Capture. That's part of what's called what's it called? Cine something or other. It's basically another multicam switching app. One that's coming up for some gamers and other people, and then you can go to Twitch, or you can also go to YouTube and stuff, is Stream Champ, the purple one there. I did feature that when I did alternatives to Streamlabs video. If you haven't seen that, you can go watch that. It has a number of apps where I look at what alternatives are out there, because at the time Streamlabs was sort of broken for people who wanted to stream their screen, different things like that. So there's that one there, and also Omelette Arcade, which is strictly for gamers. I wouldn't use it for anything else. And then this purple white one. The rest of these won't be relevant. They are live streaming apps, but they won't be relevant to what we're talking about. This one's called Screen Recorder. It also live streams. It's last night when I did the testing, it was pretty bad, so I wouldn't recommend it at the moment. But they have been doing updates, and I haven't revisited it yet. So maybe down the track it might be something I recommend, but I'll keep checking that out. All right, I'll leave that up on the screen just for a second while I do have live stream. Okay, that's where I'm up to. I'm confused. I'm not sure if I have my channel homepage properly set up. It's difficult. Any ideas? Okay, I'm going to jump back real quick to the screen capture. Pull it up. There we go. We should be up. I'll tell you what I've got. This is what I've got. I've got the trailer things at the top. I have upcoming live streams, which only appears if you've got a live stream scheduled. So if there's no upcoming live streams, that won't appear. So that's fine. The next one after that is short videos. And if you hover over the little info button here, it says this section is only available. This will only show on the YouTube app. It only shows videos that are shorts that are on your channel. So I have 12 shorts on my channel at the moment, apparently. So they automatically get loaded in there. You don't have to set them up. You just have to put the shelf on there. They will show up in the app. They won't show up on desktop. From that point on, I've added a bunch of playlists, and I've tried to put them in order of where they really should be. Most popular content, obviously, I get a lot of views and things coming in for Streamlabs Mobile, so I'm featuring that near the top. So these are basically playlists where it shows the videos horizontally, and I always do that. I don't do vertical ones. I keep them all horizontal because you get more bang for your buck in your real estate. And then I've got a current uploads list, which has my most recent videos, and just a various amount of playlists in that single playlist format where they're going to list horizontally. So different ones like that. One playlist I have, and I'll put it near the bottom because the content is mostly not mine, but I have a video in there, is a while ago there was a lot of stuff going around about protecting your YouTube channel from scammers and hackers. And so I basically curated a list of helpful videos from people like Roberto Blake, Shannon Morse, and the YouTube, what's it called? Creator Insider channel. I think there's something from Daryl Eves and a few other people in there as well. So I just wanted to curate a selection of information there. So basically, I just filled out the remaining spots with playlists. So just as many playlists as you get on there, and make sure when you do playlists that they've actually got an interesting title. Like some of my titles could be improved on, and make sure that they also have a description filled in for each playlist that's maybe a paragraph long that tells people what the playlist is about. That helps with a bit of SEO juice as well, because that sort of gives people and YouTube the gist of what that playlist is about. Because playlists can get recommended at times to people. So that's good to know. Back to here. Okay, back to this one. Here we go. Is it wise to use, say, a blue love heart at the end of the title or any emoji? For me personally, I don't use a lot of emojis. I haven't used like the red sort of go live sort of dot on live streams before. So, you know, I think you could put, it's fine to use an emoji, but I wouldn't overdo emojis. And if you do, I'd backload them. Don't put them at the front of the title, put them at the end of the title. Just a thing to remember too of emojis is when you see the picture of the emoji, in the background it actually has text. So like the one here is like the thinking one. I can't remember what it actually lists as. I could probably, there's a way of seeing that. If you paste that just into a text only box, it'll turn it from the code to like what the words say, so you can see that it might be like, say, thinking. It might be like colon, thinking, colon. And that's the text that represents the emoji. So what you might find is that word might be interpreted into your title. So you just be careful on what emoji you're using and what that emoji represents and what word does it use in the background. Corruption Czar Network is saying hello from Tampa, Florida. Well, hello. Chatty Cathy says wombat. The secret word for the day is wombat. What does that mean? It's very cryptic. It was in the ticker. It says to mention the word wombat. What surprise do you get if you mention the word wombat? That is a good question. I'm stalling for time here. All right, give me a few seconds. All right. That's the one we're talking about. Do you know what it means? Channel review. And we need some music. There'll be music when we switch over. So here it is, music time. First person to drop the secret word of the day gets a channel review. Thank you for your eagle eyes. Chatty Cathy has reaped the rewards. Chatty Cathy here with 32 subscribers. Now, do I have my pen here? You know what? I'm going to change it to yellow. I'm going to write with yellow today. Okay. One other thing that I need to do is look at the home page. We've got some playlists in place. We've got a couple of horizontal playlists, which are uploads, which is like the default uploads one by the looks of things, and popular uploads, which is basically uploads sorted by view count. And then we've got a couple of vertical playlists, Vlogmas 2020, Bachelorette 16. Now, Chatty Cathy, what is your channel about? I know that's your name. The banner doesn't tell me what your channel's about, which could have people wondering. And so I'm going to have to go to the About page. Okay, join May 2020. 7, do the math. That's about 8 months. 8 months on YouTube. Nice. Miss any Bachelorette episodes? You can catch commentary on every Bachelorette 16 episode with true, open-minded, sometimes funny opinions. All right. Okay, and it says something, and there's a line about Vlogmas series. Don't forget to check out the Vlogmas. I don't know how relevant Vlogmas is after Vlogmas. We'll see. Not to anything Bachelor or Bachelorette related. From my experience, I've noticed viewers seem to play videos when doing housework or going to sleep. Let ASMR type videos entertain and or relax you. Okay, so we've got a bit of mixed content here. We've got Bachelorette episodes, so it's like Bachelorette commentary, feedback. I'm assuming there's like episode reviews, that sort of thing. And then we've also got ASMR. Okay, I'm going to jump to the videos. Okay. Oh, the most recent upload is 2 months ago, so you're taking a bit of a break. Blogmas wore you out. I'm guessing. The Blogmas. Now, I'm not looking at comments here, so if anybody's saying anything, why did it not save the yellow? I want the yellow. Thank you. Okay. One thing I can say when I look at that thumbnail is very, very cluttered. And it's sitting next to this one that's really, really clean and nice and easy to read. How to view a sunset. So if I was to choose out of these two, this one is a winner for me. And it's short and only goes for 7 seconds. Even for a short, that short. That's interesting. So yeah, I would look at, particularly these Vlogmas ones are getting a little bit messy. Like this one has a bit of a theme. The red sort of blends into the background with the green, sort of blends in a little bit. Very much so with the sort of the orange background there is blending in very much. The green's blending as well. So yeah, just think through what looks good on your thumbnails, what people might want to click on, what looks clean rather than cluttered. And also the Bachelorette 16. I like the I get the flower theme, the rose. You know, you get the Bachelorette or the Bachelor giving the rose, of course. So that's pretty cool. Each thumbnail is very different, even though it's part of a series. So episode 4 is very red. It's a very neat looking thumbnail. And then this one's got a bit more color, a lot of red and green in it. So it's like everything is different. So it's like, which is fine. You can have different looking thumbnails for every video. But if it's in a series and people are looking to watch episode 1, episode 2, episode 3, they might be looking for something that's familiar so they can come back and go, okay, look, Kathy's got her next video for the next one, so I can go watch that because I recognize the thumbnail follows some sort of pattern. So if you've got like people returning, that they will should be able to identify that quickly, whether that's in the subscriber feed or they've been recommended by YouTube. It's just in a feed somewhere. They go, oh look, Kathy's got the next episode a reaction review ready to go. So let's jump in and look at it. So maybe think about that. You know, some of these thumbnails I can see, like that one is very clean. Let's talk. Get it? It's a phone. Let's talk. That makes sense. So yeah, you got some good concepts there. Just some of them are not executed very well. Probably this one, the last Vlogmas one is probably the hardest one. It's just a mess of color. So make sure that you try and keep it clean. Think this one rather than this one. And I'm just scribbling everywhere. Let me just clear all that off. But yeah, no, that's good. That's a good start. I've got to turn that off. I'll close that. There we go. I want to go to playlists. Okay, so we only got 3 playlists at the moment that are here. You've got a Vlogmas playlist, a Bachelorette playlist, which makes sense, and one called What a Mess. Okay. So as you start doing more content, make sure you just keep creating playlists that make sense. The content that goes together with it makes sense. And yeah, there shouldn't be anything on that. That's the channels list. And then as you make those more playlists, get them over here onto the front end, onto the home page, in horizontal preferably. See how there we've got 5 thumbnails in a row, so people have a lot of video offerings, something to choose from. Just keep that going. So rather having the Vlogmas in a vertical format, have it in a horizontal format as well. Make sure you add that section for the returning subscribers and for those who are already subscribed with a selection video, whether it's a trailer or the video that you want them to watch for whatever reason. So yeah, and finally, because I did mention at the start, I just said, the banner is just Chatty Cathy. Doesn't really tell me what the channel's about. And when I read the about page, well, I know it's about Bachelorette, it's about ASMR, and then some other things. So, and you probably, and I don't know, that's because why you haven't posted since Christmas. If that's something you're trying to figure out, am I going to, do Bachelorette stuff? But that's obviously seasonal. So there's other things you can cover that are TV related or in that genre of shows that you could cover as well to make your channel about Bachelorette, about, A Farmer Wants a Wife, or whatever reality show it might be. Or are you going to go the ASMR route? Because interestingly, this is your most popular video. I'm not sure what that's about. Premiere of our reaction to November 5, 2020. Not sure what that's about. Announcement regarding tonight's new Bachelorette. Had some highest response. So Bachelorette seems to be doing better for you than anything else you've done. But I think that's most of what you've done has been Bachelorette. So yeah, being if the season's over and there's not anything currently airing, then you need to find something similar that will actually you'll be able to carry on with. Because I know people who maybe cover the comic book genre, they were just finished doing WandaVision. They got Falcon and Winter Soldier starting in a few weeks on the Marvel side and Disney side. As they do the Star Wars videos, they can probably do those as well. On the DC side, you've got the CW shows, you've got Flash, Superman, Lois, Batwoman, they're airing at the moment. And then you've got Legends and Supergirl coming back soon, and there's probably a few others that are being introduced later this year or into next year. Stargirl as well. And then some of the HBO series when they start coming out. So there's a selection in that genre for somebody who's covering comic books. So if you're covering something in the reality genre or the reality love genre, I don't know if you want to do. I don't know what shows there are where you are no Bachelor, Bachelorette. Is there like Love Island or Farmer Wants a Wife or Married at First Sight? I don't know what shows you guys have there. I'm just rattling off the ones that I know, whether they're here in Australia or overseas. I don't know if you want to go more broad and do Survivor and Amazing Race, which really don't cover that sort of the love factor or the relationship factor so much. But yeah, see if you can find something that you can help you to get consistent content out as well, whether that's because of the seasonal thing of the shows or whatever that's all about. And I've been waffling too long about this channel review, so I'm going to finish it there. I don't want to disregard the chat for too long, so I need to jump back into that and looking at that. Where were we? So that was the surprise word of the day, wombat. Anybody know what a wombat is? If you can tell me in the chat, I'm going to try and catch through the chat real quick. If you know what a wombat is, drop it in the comments. So photography is here in the house. Welcome. Everybody's starting. I see everyone started dropping wombat. The secret word is for the first person only, because once the secret gets out, it's no longer a secret word. Urban Explorer Neil's in the house. It's Mum's birthday. Say happy birthday to your mum for me. That's what Rove used to say. He used to say hi to your mum for me. Rove McManus. He was a TV personality here in Australia. I think he ended up going over to the US and doing something for Oprah for a while. I don't know what he's doing these days. I think he's got a production company. Okay, where are we? I'm scrolling through the chat, looking for love making thumbnail. Yeah. Some of them are really good, and then that one Vlogmas one was a bit of a hot mess for me. But some of them were really good. GIMP. I started using GIMP, and because I'm no good at, I wasn't real good at using GIMP, and when I first started, my thumbnails at the start, I actually replaced all my early thumbnails with a little bit better ones. Even now, the thumbnails I do now are better than the ones that I was doing back then. But I've been using Canva ever since, and I haven't turned back. Doug, it's a good idea with channel reviews, always a good idea with channel reviews. Yeah, another point of view. Yeah, and that one was like an unsolicited one. You had no idea what Wombat would get you. It might just get you a shout. Say, hey, shout out. It might have given you a giveaway, or it might have given you something else. But today, it gave you the channel review. That's the only funny side of, as a secret word, is maybe you didn't want a channel review. So my apologies if I was I didn't go in too hard. That's what I try and keep positive, drop some tips. KTP Wrestling in the house saying hey to Paul Peck. Oh, there was a hey yo up there as well. There we go. I'm gonna try and catch up. McDonald's Fries Gamer is here. Saying hello. Insane McLean. Wombat needs a review. Oh no! I feel bad now. I just feel real bad. Sorry about that. I'll try to keep it positive. Lemonhead Penny, how are you going? It's been a while. I should test channel. Well, there's reasonable content out there, you know. Rove Enterprises, yeah, they still do the what's that called? The project or whatever it's called. Is it a small creature like a koala, wombat? Yeah. It's another marsupial, which is an offshoot of a mammal. They're in the same family as marsupials. Kangaroos are marsupial. Quokkas, koalas, wombats, echidnas, and platypus. They're all marsupials, and they're all found in Australia. Wombat. Speaking of which, WandaVision set up Phase 4. Yeah, there was some setups at the end there. Make sure that if you haven't watched the last episode of WandaVision yet, I'm not going to give any spoilers, but make sure at the end that you watch all the way through the credits. There are 2 extra scenes at the middle and the end. So 2 total, I mean, not 2 in the middle, 2 at the end. So make sure you don't miss those because they help set things up. Vlogmas. No, yeah, Vlogmas is very much seasonal, isn't it? Vlogmas is very much seasonal. Pam is in the house. Pam, how you going? All right. Any last questions? So I've seen the countdown clock counting down. Whilst the countdown clock is counting down, I need to do this other thing real quick. What I want to do is copy that, and I want to jump over. We're gonna try and do something real tricky towards the end of the stream today. I'll tell you all about it if I know that it's possibly going to work. If it's not going to work at all, then I won't tell you. The first thing I need to do is just jumping into some behind the scene things here. Dropping it in. Looking for there's a question coming in just a second. I just got to click this edit screen. No, it doesn't work. It doesn't work, so that's okay. I don't need to worry about that. I had a feeling it might have worked, but it doesn't work. It's good. Doug, is it possible to quickly check out my homepage and give me some advice? Well, see it is channel review day. Let's at least look at the homepage. I need to get out to screen where I can do that real quick. This will be the last one because we're getting close to end of the show here. Nick Nimmin is going live at 5. Well, he's got scheduled for 5 past the hour. And that is not how I search for a channel. I just need to get to the right page to pull up to go get the channel. There it is. And I don't have the button programmed. That's why I got to go in here. Let's go check out Peter's homepage real quick. There it is. Oh, I see the bush turkey. I see those around here. I see those around. Sometimes on the way to work, I see one walking across the road, or I was waiting at the bus stop near my work, and there's not too much bush around there. There's probably some pockets, but they just walked across the busy road. Obviously, when the traffic was light, of course, and just sort of was just like poking around in the schoolyard across the road, looking for some food, I guess. Just sort of poking around. Just sort of wander in, wander out, mind our own business. Anyway, that's distracting me from channel page. Peter's showing this one. Obviously, this is a good one for you. Done over 11,000 views in the last 2 years. So you've got that as the video that might be of interest to someone like me, coming and not being subscribed at the moment, coming along. And I remember looking at your channel back last year when we were doing some channel reviews. Okay, so we've got the playlist. We've got some good... you can see that the description sort of gets cut off there. So try and get your description to fit what people see, because the description is mostly for the person looking at the playlist. So they obviously only give you those 2 lines and no more. So if you go over it, just sort of truncates that. Australian nature, animals and birds. It makes sense. And they've got one specific for the birds. And as I think I might have mentioned last time, the thumbnail is very vibrant. Even like the frames that YouTube's turned to replay are very interesting. Like the peacock there in full feather there. The rainbow lorikeets always look spectacular because of the colour. So as a general uploads one. I don't know if this one's doing too much because the thumbnails aren't as enticing as, say, these bird ones. And even some of these, like the Blue Mountains and the Great Ocean Road there, they're looking quite spectacular on the thumbnail, very colourful. The vibrancy on this Cairns Aquarium one, that's awesome. They're looking real good. These ones sort of let you down a little bit. I'm not sure what this playlist is for. It's just uploads. It's probably something you put together because it's lowercase. Maybe move it down further or swap it out for something else. There's birds and bees one looks a lot better, so yeah, move that one up for sure. And the classical music, so you've left that one further down. That's right, because you had the nature stuff, and you've also got some music stuff on your channel as well. Like the layout's good, like in the sense that you got all the horizontal playlists in place. Oh, some Zorba Greek dance music, pretty cool. We got some content on the Three Stooges as well. Wow. Oh, they've done well for you. It's a lot of different types of content after a while, and some more easy listening instrumental, and then you've got some favorite playlists at the bottom. I think some of these playlists are repeated from the top, like the native birds and the bees and butterflies. So you might want to swap them out for something different. Or maybe just put just one more horizontal playlist in there, possibly. This must be a special video for you to just feature that by itself, which is cool. And yeah, and dance music. So yeah, there's a bit of a collection. Like when I first start down the page because of the header, that's such a beautiful, clean channel header. Doesn't really tell me about your channel, but it certainly speaks nature to me, and it does look visually spectacular. Like it's crisp, it's like HD, it's lovely. So I do like that. So yeah, so the first couple of playlists are really solid in their presentation. So just sort of keep that theme going down all the way down the homepage. Just a solid selection of thumbnails and videos, a good title, a good 2-line description on every single one of them, and yeah, just tweak it a little bit, just tweak it up a little bit. The first couple of playlists there are really really vibrant. They stand out to me. So yeah. Love it. All right, we've hit the big 0 on the Nimmin Live counter. Let's get back to the chat real quick. We do have a couple of minutes up our sleeves, so where am I up to? Is the long description good? For the if you mean for the playlist, just try to keep it to those 2 lines, because it just gets cut off anyway, as you can see on the homepage. So just 2 lines for playlists. You can add a little bit more on the video itself. So video description, and then a lot of the stuff after the first paragraph should just be about the video. Everything else is other videos you want them to watch, like links to other videos. Anything else you want to direct people to, you can put them in the description just below that. This is where I'm up to. Background music, yeah, all the background music on the stream there, that's just sort of playing in the background while I'm talking, that's all from Epidemic Sound. So I think there's a link in the description for Epidemic Sound if you want to check that out. Yeah, I think we're talking about Nick, yeah. And now it's probably about 12 minutes, unless he pulls the trigger early, which he does often. He does it to me all the time. Okay. Scrolling through, you see, it's Boxgenics HD, yeah. HD, probably because I was talking about how the channel banner looked HD. I don't know, I'm not sure how an image is HD, but it looked crisp. It looked crisp. Yeah, I'm in Queensland. Yeah. Sorry, I started doing it. I'm thinking, what if she doesn't want a channel reviewed? It was like just a big surprise. It wasn't like, who wants a channel review? It was like, who said the secret word? And if I do a secret word next week, it might not be a channel review. So if you're ever on the lookout for a secret word, you never know what you're going to get. I just want to put that out there. Is Wombat a ground? It sort of looks, it's bigger than a groundhog. I don't know if is a groundhog a marsupial, or is it just a general mammal? Or does it carry its young in a pouch like a kangaroo? I don't know. I see groundhogs, there's a popular movie called Groundhog Day starring Bill Murray. I used to love that movie when I was younger. It was a fun movie. All I know about groundhogs comes from that movie. Oh, Punxsutawney Phil, which I believe Punxsutawney is in Pennsylvania. So I know my Groundhog Day stuff. Harrisella, yeah, it's called Stream Beats, I think. Stream Beats, Harrisella's. It's going big on that. Do you play Among Us? Hey, I don't even have time to play Minecraft these days. Back in the day, I was a Minecraft player. I used to play very regularly. So I haven't played Among Us, but I do know Among Us. I know what it's about. It's like Mafia or Werewolf in space, basically, as a computer game. It's like a whodunit, so figure out what's going on. I want a secret review. Doug, when is your next live? All going well. The next live will be this time next week. Try and do it most Saturdays. Sometimes things come up, live things, so I try and do as many Saturdays as possible. Still trying to work out additional time slots for live streams. That's coming up it's always, my schedule's always changing. I'll work all week, so sometimes a good time to stream is like in our mornings here in Australia, because that sort of works out for the evenings in the US, which is a good time slot for a lot of people. And I sometimes have Mondays off, but Mondays is pretty heavy on live streams, like because that's Sunday night over in the US, so you get people like Roberto Blake and Dee Nimmin live streaming at that time. So it's a time when I probably could live stream, but it's a time when there's a lot of other live streams that would be either moderating for or watching. So still trying to nut down that additional sort of time slot midweek somewhere to be able to get out and do live streams. I said Minecraft. Who is a YouTuber that inspired you? In the early days, when I first started doing YouTube, my first YouTube channel was a Minecraft channel, and I did that for a little bit. That's how I got into YouTube, and I was inspired by most of the guys and girls who do Hermitcraft and a few other streamers. Sometimes I think that was back then. It was sort of the tail end of some of the other Minecraft groups. So there's people like Seth Bling and who are the other guys? Etho and all those guys. But some of those guys are over on Hermitcraft now. I don't even get a chance to watch many videos anymore in that niche. But I like to say that probably inspired by people like those guys, like sort of the Minecraft. Like I used to really dig Tango and Impulse on Hermitcraft because they're older guys like me, so I sort of resonated with them. Used to watch their live streams where they stream together back in the day. I think that was even after I finished doing the Minecraft channel. I was starting to do some other stuff on YouTube. So from a Minecraft point of view, is probably some of those guys, like those guys and Mumbo and Azuma and some of those guys. People outside Minecraft later on, these days I'm inspired by guys like Nick Newman and Daniel Batal and those sorts of guys, because I do a lot of content sort of around YouTube, whether it's live streaming, apps, all that sort of stuff. Some of the YouTube news and stuff I cover on my channel as well. So I'm sort of more connecting in with those guys for inspiration and for chatting to and all that sort of stuff. So some of my inspirations. There's probably a few in between. Obviously the content that you watch on YouTube changes over time. And here am I gumming away, and I'm looking at the clock going, oh my goodness, Ronnie Egg is in the house. And Karma Game Zone is popping in. Everyone's popping in late. You mean Daniel Batal's hair? I'm inspired by that too. He's got more than I. Well, we need to head on over. Well, I need to head on over, and I encourage you to do so as well. Nick Nemman's channel for his live stream is starting in the next 5 minutes. So I want to thank everyone for joining me today. It's been cool hanging out. Thank you for all the questions. Thank you, Chatty Cathy, for putting up with my channel review that I forced on you. Oh my goodness. I'll rethink the secret word thing. Maybe I'll definitely be doing something different other than channel review next time. And when I do proper channel reviews, I'll make sure that the stream will be dedicated to that particular cause, rather than just me throwing it at a random person who may not want it. Awesome. Well, that's it. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, moderators. Paul and Shelby's Corner, I think, was in here briefly. I know Paul's been in here. I didn't see anything going on. If it did, it was out of my vision. So thank you for taking care of the moderation of the channel. And I'll see you next week. And if I'll see you in the next couple of minutes over on Nick Nemman's channel in the chat, I will make sure to say hi to me. Everybody does anyway. And I'll catch you later. It's time to end the...
Stay tuned for Nimmin Live right after the stream. Nick will answer your YouTube questions live.